Hello world, what's going on? I'm back one more time and we got a real popular topic that we gonna talk about today, y'all. This is like an age-old question, and this is something that you see people talk about all the time, and it's men and women cheating. So I'm gonna break down a couple reasons why men and women cheat. This should be very interesting. Let's get into it. Okay, ladies, so I'm gonna start off with the men first because I don't want y'all to be saying I always be picking on y'all. So, one of the reasons why men cheat is because they still in a player stages. They still in player mode.
I'm gonna be everything to you. I'm gonna be your father, I'm gonna be your friend, I'm gonna be your lover. But you gotta believe in me.
Now, I used to believe that as a guy gets older and more mature, he gets out of this stage, but you really can't break it down to age. It's just really gonna be dependent on just the guy himself. This is a person by person thing, right? So what a guy do is he'll get in a relationship, but he's still in a player stage. He still ain't got it out of his system. He still like having multiple women. He still like sleeping with multiple women. He still like talking to multiple women, even though he in a relationship. Okay, the second reason why guys will cheat is because guys are big on attraction, ladies. So that's right. If you start to become overweight, you gain a few extra pounds, right? Or maybe you done got too comfortable, so you start dressing different.
Sporting black, looking toe up from the floor up, don't make time to do your own hair. You can always tell when a woman ain't giving up no coochie.
Or one of the main things when it comes to attraction is sex. So you get too comfortable, you stop pleasing him in the bed the same way you used to. You start getting too lazy with the head now. You start getting too lazy when it comes to riding or being in the bed with him. Now you not being as freaky as you used to be because you didn't got too comfortable. You see what I'm saying? All these things will cause a man to cheat. Men are very physical, ladies. I want y'all to always remember that. Physical attraction and pleasing him sexually is things that high on his list. If you start falling short in one of these areas or you become too content, I'm telling you, he gon' get him a little side piece. Public service announcement. Let me stop the tape and put this in here. Cheating is anything you wouldn't do in front of your mate. Okay, so anything that goes against the morals, values, and principles of your relationship is cheating. If you wouldn't do it in front of your girl, if you wouldn't do it in front of your guy, it's cheating, y'all. So that means answering phone calls, flirting, sending DMs, inboxes, certain type of conversations, dick pics, naked pics, going out for drinks, talking to certain people you usually wouldn't talk to. It's not just limited to having sex. We seem to think when you cross the line and have sex, that's cheating. Cheating is anything you wouldn't do in front of your girl. Cheating is anything you wouldn't do in front of your guy. Now back to the video. Okay, now another thing is this right here. And it kind of goes into the first thing that I said, which is you have men that want their cake and eat it too. So this kind of falls in line with the guys that still players but they want a relationship. But it's another aspect to this that I got from my big brother. I call him my big brother, AMS. AMS was the first person I heard say this, and it made a lot of sense. You have some guys that's glorified cock blockers. What this guy is, he's the guy that meets a woman and say, hey, I don't want another guy to... Now look, he might not like be thinking this, but this is what his actions does. I don't want another guy to date her, and I don't want her to date nobody else. So I'm gonna take her off the market, tell her we in a relationship, tell her that we committed, or I'm gonna get married to her, right? But then I'm still gonna mess with other women on the side. See, I was kind of the guy that failed, and the reason I could talk about this because I used to be a cheater, right?
As we began our investigation, we had a detective outside of your residence. On this particular evening, while you were at work, a neighbor exits, goes upstairs.
I was the guy that was the glorified cock blocker, meet a good woman. I know she everything. I know this the only woman I should be with and I settle down and talk to. But I'm going to put her on lock. That keeps her off the market. And then I'm going to still do what I want to do over here on the side. So it's kind of like a little bit of the first thing I said, which the player mixed with this. You see what I'm saying? It's all in one. Okay, last but not least for the men, it's just in our nature. And I'm going to be honest, like, men like the game of getting new pussy. Men like conquering new women. It's just in our nature. Now, this can go with the first thing that I said, that it's just something that you got to get out of your system. For some men, though, unfortunately, it might not never get out of our system, because we just like the game of, am I going to be able to get her? Am I going to be able to hit that? It's just that's why some guys say it's nothing like new pussy. It's nothing like new sex on the line with a woman, because it's just a thrill. It's just a game, and it's just part of our nature and our DNA. And that actually go into something for black men too, just like polygamy and things like that. That kind of, it's a whole history behind it I'm not going to go into on this video, but we just kind of come from a history of having multiple wives and dating multiple women. So it's really kind of in our nature. We kind of got, I guess, put into this box of you should only date one woman and be with one woman and be monogamous. For some men, it's almost like a sport. It's just that thrill. And some guys just never get it out their system or get tired of it. All right, now let's get to the ladies, right? Now, everything on this list from the men or women, it's so many variations of things that still fall into this category. But that's why I made these general statements, because there's so many different things that's going to fall in line with this that I can't talk about everything, but it still is like in one of these categories. Now, to the ladies, a woman will be in a committed relationship with a beta male or a beta male provider, but she's always going to seek the alpha.
But this is my woman.
Okay, Melvin.
My woman.
All right, that's enough. Come on. Shh. It's okay. Come on.
All women want the alpha male. Now, whether she end up marrying or being in a committed relationship with the alpha male is one thing, but she's always going to seek him. That masculinity, that manliness, she's always going to want that. So what a woman will do is, especially when women pass their prime. Now, I talked about this in another video. Between the ages of 21 and 28, that's when a woman is in her prime. After that, women have the tendency to kind of want something more secure, more stable. They want to kind of settle down. So they'll get a beta male provider. This is a guy that's a beta. You know, usually she can he don't got no game. You know, he hasn't dealt with a lot of women in his life. She can manipulate, can control him.
I'm in love with you.
Laura,
Yes?
I've dreamed of hearing those words ever since the first day I laid eyes on you.
He gonna provide for her, protect her, put a roof over her head, give her the marriage lifestyle and everything she want. So she'll go get in a committed relationship with this guy. She'll marry this guy, but on the sideline from time to time, and it might not be all the time, because see, this is the thing, the difference between men and women cheating. Men are dumb enough to do it all the time. Women are smart enough just to do it sometime, which is why it answers the age-old question, who cheats more? Well, men and women both cheat equally, but men do it so often that you'll get caught more. And because women get caught less, it kind of seems like, well, they don't cheat as much, but they really still do the same shit. They just smarter. So she'll be with the beta male, but she's always gonna mess with the alpha male on the side. Now, if you don't know the difference between beta and alpha, I'm not finna get into that right now, but some of you guys are beta males right now, and you don't even know that your lady's stepping out on you. Okay, here's another thing too. Shout out to my brother AMS again, because he actually put this into perspective. And then when I started thinking about me dating and start observing just other relationships and situations that my homies and guys would be in, and listening to other dating coaches and researching, this makes a lot of sense about women too. And this is more to women nature. Women are vindictive. Okay, women have a strong sense of always wanting to get back, and they don't forget nothing, and they always want revenge.
But it's just hard.
Shit, just leave.
You understand it's not that easy.
I mean, he got you all the way out here so he can, mistreat you.
This is why guys will say, you will do something to your girl 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. It could have been some shit back in the day, and she still will randomly bring it up. Or it could be something that y'all talked about. Y'all thought that y'all was over it, and she'll bring it up again. See, women cheat because they vindictive. Especially if you cheated on her before she found out. Maybe y'all got past it and y'all still in a relationship together. Or you did something to break her trust. Or maybe you was insecure because of another man. You thought she was dating another guy or fucking with another guy. Or you was insecure about social media or something. She wasn't, but she seen that in you, and now she's vindictive. Or you've done something to her. Maybe you abused her, you cursed her out, you done got physical with her. In the back of her mind, in her subconscious, or maybe consciously, she's saying, I'm gonna get this man back.
Yeah, I was your white woman for 11 years. Couldn't have started that damn company without me. Hell, I worked my ass off.
And that will cause a woman to cheat, because women are vindictive. They have a strong urge to get back at you. You see what I'm saying? This is how you have some women that try to sleep with your homeboy, or sleep with your brother, or sleep with your cousin, or sleep with a guy that she know work at your job. It's not because she think that guy is just so desirable and she attracted to him. They're just vindictive. So they think, what's the way that I can get back at him and make this hurt? And that'll make a woman cheat. Okay guys, last but not least for the women, women just get bored. And I talked about this before. Now, they just don't go cheat because they get bored. What happens is you get on your same routine. I talked about this in other videos. You don't switch it up. You do the same type of dates. You come home, you got the same type of routine. Your sex get routine. Everything with her gets routine. You get boring. You get complacent. So what happens is, like they talk about work boyfriends. She's at work 5 days a week. If she part-time, 4 hours to full-time, 8 hours a day, and she with the same guy for 4 to 8 hours, 5 days a week, they start to build a rapport. They go to lunch together. They start to talk. They know about each other's family. Slowly but surely, that turns into maybe them hooking up for drinks, and then that turns into sex.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
Baby, wait, let me explain before you start to point your case.
You see what I'm saying? So it can be any type of variation of that. I just gave that scenario because y'all talk about the work boyfriends all the time these days, but it could be any guy, a guy at the gym, any type of situation, right? She gets bored with you, and just subconsciously, unconsciously, she started dealing with other guys, talking to another guy. Maybe she just texts another guy here and there on a dating app, or maybe on social media. It's a guy that she thinks attractive, and they just start going back and forth. The next thing you know, you not exciting, this guy seems exciting, he's new, and something that was just so simple turned into her having sex with this guy, going out with this guy, kicking it with this guy. This is why I tell guys to stay unpredictable, always keep women off balance, always stay fresh and new, because you don't want your lady to get bored, especially if you're in a relationship or you married. But I hope y'all found some value in this video. Be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing this on Instagram, click the link in my bio. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're seeing this on Facebook, click the link in the description. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and share this. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all. I'm out of here.